Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to My Panther Pride, episode 31, week 8 breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jesse, we got a lot of stuff to go over, man. How are you feeling after the weekend?
Good, man. After the first drive, I was looking scary for our game, but after that, kind of, cooled off. But you fell asleep, missed a good end of the first game, so I kind of feel bad for
Yeah,
you.
I had to work Saturday morning,
Mm-hmm.
early in the morning, so had to go to bed early. Then woke up seeing it was in overtime. I was like, mother. Woo! I was not too happy that I missed that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's good, man. Anytime we can get that, it's unique, so it's fun to have something new, especially when you get to see it almost work out at the end like that. It's good.
Because what both times there was overtimes, the showboats were
Mhm.
involved.
Yeah, and pull it out.
Yeah, it came out on top.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, let's just hop right into that game.
Yeah, might as well.
We had some stuff pulled up about that. But yeah, real close game. Went into overtime. You know, it was a shootout against two 1-6 teams, and Showboats came out on top.
Yeah, man. Quarterback play was very lackluster, but it was a fun game nonetheless. I want to see, yeah, Hogan 24 because man, 3 picks thrown.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was rough. But I also want to see how many sacks did they end up with? 3. Oh my gosh. Yeah, thought it was more than that. 3 and 2.
Yeah, that Brahma's defense did, you know, shutting them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it was I like the overtime because even Bree was like, "What is going on right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is fun, isn't it?" She's like, "Are they just trying to get as many as they can?" Like, exactly. See who gets the most at the end. I want it to be where they're all 6 hit and just see what happens.
Yeah, and then I forgot how it goes. I think it goes back and it's like a shootout. Goes back and forth
Yeah.
at the one or something like that.
All they bump it up
Yeah,
and then just continually go.
something.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So the OT, obviously, they pulled it out in OT. It was looking really, really rough for the Brahmas at the beginning of OT as well. I mean, they had the repeat offense or not repeat offense. They had the penalty, so they got to go again and still didn't make it. So they were behind the 8 ball immediately. But it was good to see them, like you said, their defense stepped up in the fourth quarter, able to, claw back and create. I mean, they had the 3 and out, right? Yeah. So they missed their field goal. Then they forced the punt, came back and hit a field goal, and then they only left they left Memphis with enough time to be on the clock, but couldn't get it done in OT, man.
Yeah, that's rough, but it was definitely an entertaining game from what I watched. The first half of the game was definitely entertaining. The crazy turnovers, just having that many turnovers and that many sacks in a game just always makes for a super entertaining game to watch.
Yeah.
And then going into overtime with two 1-6 teams, like it's just makes for entertaining football, man.
Didn't we have a conversation about who was it? It was the Showboats where they were all going to play, right? I think
Where?
they were talking about the quarterbacks are all going to play, and that
Oh
was
yeah,
true. And it ended up like you were like, I wonder if it's going to be in each game or are they each going to get a game?
yeah.
And looks like Troy Williams' game. He ends up 5 for 11 and 53 passer rating. Not that many interceptions. I mean, but still.
And just not a good game.
Mhm.
Not a good game for him.
For him, no, but it was entertaining. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
It didn't keep you there the whole time, but I'm glad I stuck around.
Right. I mean, if I didn't have to work, I was definitely going to stay up for it, but I had to go to work.
It happens.
It happens. I got some of the highlights though the next day.
Well, you have to. Even after I'm at the game, I watch him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got anything else left on this one?
No, not really. I mean, they're both eliminated from playoffs. I mean, hopefully they'll probably end up rotating a lot of their players just to get film for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We seen Sheridan out there, so he was getting snagging punts, and he had I think the series, like a partial series. So
Yeah,
he was definitely out there running back.
I think he was on kick return too, wasn't he?
Oh, maybe kick return too. Yeah, but yeah, I saw him. He was in offense. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he was
wearing 26. Wearing number 26.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah,
getting some more opportunities. And then another game that's good news for us, puts us a full game ahead of the Stallions for the first time in UFL history.
I mean, no thanks to us.
No, but thanks to the Battlehawks.
Yeah. Let me throw this up here. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying that how do you feel about people saying that they were thrown the game, basically?
That was another one I didn't really catch too much on because it was a regional broadcast, so I was watching our game and, kind of just got the highlights on this one.
Yeah, I was pretty much watching this one through Twitter and then watched the highlights and tried to really gain from it. But, I mean, from what I saw, the ending of this game as well, was very entertaining. It seemed like the Battlehawks defense seems to be just eating everybody alive at this point. I mean, even if they're not getting home, I mean, they had 4 sacks, but I mean, they're getting pressure on whoever's back there. I mean, even what was J Mars? Oh, he only had 1. So he had 3 TDs, but he had the 1 pick. Yeah. So they were rushing him, and then I think the Battlehawks had they had some odd touchdown somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through the play-by-play right now. But it was odd wanting to watch this game as well. And I didn't have I tried it on my phone. I guess I probably have to have like a VPN or something to get that, right?
Yeah. They said that there was a way to watch it through the Fox Sports app, supposedly. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But if you're on the Discord, you could always check out Lane TV through the PFN Discord.
Yeah, I am in there, but I'm not active on Discord too much.
Right.
There's too many apps for me. I'm not a big app guy. Too many messages. I'm like, I'll get this out of here.
Yeah, too many different platforms to be messenger people.
Yeah, exactly. But so now we have everything's locked up, and like you said, well, here we might as well throw that up now. So Luke Red Lions. So I mean, it's locked up. We even know where everybody's gonna be at now, where the games are gonna be played. So, I don't know. I mean, it feels like we're done, but it almost feels like now I'm in a weird holding period. I mean, right. I want to see. Definitely, we want to become first. Be first in the conference, but it's kind of an odd feeling not being able to gain the benefits of it.
Right. I mean, Coach Nolan had an interview today. I think it was with James Larson, and they were talking about it. And he said there are like small home field advantages, like we get to choose who gets a kick return, or the coin toss if we get to defend or receive.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so there's that, but Is that enough?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to like hate on them or anything, but they've been having pretty lackluster attendance anyway. So it's not like they're not going to DC. They're not going, it's not like they're going to be swamped out, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
the same thing happened to DC as it happened to us.
Mm-hmm.
Audi was just booked for something else, and so was Ford Field.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Well, I was just talking specifically like home field advantage as per like fan noise or fan engagement, but yeah, definitely. So,
yeah.
I mean, we knew where they were going anyways. So, I wonder if they were almost hoping for different teams to make it.
And I think they've known since the schedule,
that
it's always been a possibility.
Mm-hmm. But
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, back to this game. So I mean, Jamar looks like he's definitely taking the helm for the foreseeable future, and I I don't see why you would turn back. From what the little bit you can see from not watching the full game, it looks like Duggan's still shaky, so he's kind of on that same getting it done on the ground. I know their first touchdown was him just breaking another one, but
yeah, that's been Duggan since we've played him. He ran on us too. We didn't have an answer for that during our game.
Yeah,
against them, unfortunately.
And I think didn't Maribel fumble in this game at some point?
I believe so. I did see that in the highlights. I think he got ripped out or punched out. Somebody knows.
Yep, right here. So they're driving on the end. It's first and 15. Jamar Smith fumbled, but he got it. And then on the very next play, second and 14, they Maribel, he went right and then fumbled. Covered by St. Louis. Then there's 15 seconds or 16 seconds, and then that was it. But you gotta love games like that end. These last few weeks, there's been a lot of exciting ends to games, man.
Yeah, real close close games, real exciting games, right down to the wire.
We talked about it tightening up, but I wish it would have happened a little sooner. I know it was not as quick as last year, but with the 10-week season now, that kind of awkward feeling that we were talking about, or I was talking about, like, now
yeah, it's going by so fast, man, so freaking fast. I hate it. Because then it's going to be overpriced NFL season. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a game this year.
Did you see? Yeah, I was looking. I don't know either, man. Like cheapest ones, they're all like $300-$400.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's before the scalpers get to them.
Exactly. My buddy was looking, and he said the cheapest way to get them to go to a game this year is it's cheaper to go to Atlanta, get a ticket, and get an Airbnb than it is to watch a game here.
Yeah. The road, like a lot of the road games are a lot cheaper. Like LA, I think it was only like $116 to get in. So
I mean,
don't quote me, but I believe
they're pricing everybody who's been there out now.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
But back to our stuff.
Yep. All right. So then we had the Sunday night game. Well, Sunday game. Defenders and Renegades. So Defenders defeat the Renegades. Oh, that's a little bit of a tongue twister there. 33-30. Another game ended in
down to the wire
in tragedy, and I think this is just Arlington keeps rolling with these, man, and it's almost sad to see. Especially here, let me see what was Luis Perez. So 32 for 46. He threw the ball 46 times. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He had 350 yards. This guy's putting up numbers in these games, man.
Yeah,
And I mean,
they're definitely battling it out, and
yeah, him and
defenses were going crazy too.
yeah, oh yeah, and I mean Teamu with that. I mean, he caught it, hurdled somebody, and scored. Man, that was awesome. Chris Rowland again is all over the freaking field. That guy, he's a
Yeah,
weapon.
whoever has him on fantasy is eating.
And Vaughn's, that guy has got to be going into the league. Somebody's got to give at least a
A look.
camp spot somewhere.
Right.
Well, leave him alone.
Yeah. So I mean, another thing where like their records don't reflect them. Like we barely squeaked by Arlington, and so did DC, but we kind of put a whooping on DC.
I mean, it's all about matchups and weekly, and sometimes it is home versus away, even though they're all away games for the players. But
Right.
I mean, this was a fun game to watch, that's for sure. You had a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I think you had Sal Cannella with the final tackle of the game, I believe. Yeah, because it was an interception. Yep, he threw it and Baker intercepted it, and Sal Cannella had the final tackle.
Final tackle.
Yeah,
That's
what a
great.
wild game, man. I mean, that final interception kind of seals that's like a synopsis of Arlington's season.
Yeah. Spirit of Detroit podcast says good game. Mike said Stallions have $10 tickets this week. And Desmond says hello. What's up,
What's
Desmond?
going on, man? $10 tickets.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And then on to the game of the week.
Moving on.
Well, we forgot to say, and in this game, that locked up the XFL conference.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but they bumped out the Renegades. I mean, both sides were identical and pretty much are, with us remaining in the odd tiebreaker over TC. So league wide, we are above them, but I mean, both sides are falling exactly kind of as expected, if you can call it expected, because it's very subjective. But
right,
yeah.
Right.
And then we locked up the other side.
Yep, with the win on our game.
Mm-hmm. So, honest, what were you thinking when you heard Danny Etling when they started talking about it on the broadcast?
I was like, oh man, Bryce is a little bit more injured than we believe. And then I was talking to you and Mike, and you guys were both like, the world's on fire. This is no. And I'm like, guys, calm down. Remember, he played for us for most of the season last year, and we ended up in the playoffs last year. So, like,
and then that first drive happens, though.
Yeah, that had me a little bit worried. I was like, oh crap, these guys might be right. And then the rest of the game happened.
Yeah,
the Gatling showed out and played great football.
Yeah, he played a good game, man. Oh well, I mean, you can't take that away from him. That's for sure. Let me see. Let me pull up his stats here.
Someone threw him up in the comments. Surprisingly well. 14 for 22, 167 yards, 3 TDs, 126.3 passer rating, 5 rush for 22 yards.
No picks.
No picks.
Boy, Danny Phantom was out there balling, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mike said he used his negative energy to counteract Etling. Brian said, not going to lie, I thought we were going to be in for a long afternoon in Houston. I thought so too.
Scared.
For sure. And did you see how hot it was on the field?
I mean,
101 degrees on the field.
Wow. Well, I mean,
it was a hot one in Texas, boys.
Damn.
Yes,
101. I mean,
I agree that Etling played well.
he played very well. Which his mobility looked better than it had in previous times that he'd been on the field. Even his first, it took him a while to almost loosen up enough to run fluidly.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it took 1 or 2 times, and then after that, he only rushed 4 times for 22 yards or 5 times for 22 yards.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it took him a second.
But that doesn't even. He was using his legs to throw. I mean, he had, I don't know how many times he threw it. He was throwing it across. He was doing what Bryce Perkins does, oddly, but
Right.
I mean, not as well, obviously, when he was using his legs to move the ball. But he used his legs to get out of the pocket and perform well. And again, I mean, Toa didn't have a lot of yardage, and he didn't score a touchdown this week, but he was punching in 1 points like it was like that's all we pay him for.
Yeah, I mean, we're number 1 in the league for 1-point conversions.
We're consistently taking them too. I mean, why not when it's? I mean,
so let me ask you this: who do we start this week?
I mean, I think Perkins, just because if he suited up, so obviously he's healthy enough to play in a desperate situation. So I think that another week's rest, and I'm sure they're going to be taking it light in practice on him. So yeah, I think you play him. I don't see, with such a short season, why, if you can't make it through 10 weeks,
Right,
I'm not trying to
get him back in there for the last 2 games, get some more numbers for the MVP run.
Exactly, yeah, and not the MVP run, but I mean for his career run, man. He's on a he's on trajectory to possibly be on an NFL roster coming up. So, I mean, I don't, but I can also say at that same note, you might want to save him because of that. But it's Birmingham, man. We're trying to create a rivalry like we were talking about before we started recording. We don't know. Some people may say it is. Some people may say it isn't. I kind of fall on the isn't until we prove something. You definitely got to prove it. So we have to prove it to them. And I think we have a better offense with Bryce Perkins, but it is very reassuring to know that we also have a pretty potent offense with Danny Phantom.
Yeah. So Mike says that Perkins needs to sit this week and next week. I don't think so. I think he still needs to get some reps. Important note that Marcel tailored the game playing against Houston around the same RPO he does for Bryce. That was huge.
Very.
Very.
Especially just the roll rights, or even, oh man, that touchdown to Nakua, he gets lost. He just gets lost by all the movement going to the left. So everybody flooded in towards the hashes, and he just literally caught it, turned around, and walked in. Marcel is he definitely knows what he's doing with personnel wise, and especially I think him and Steve, they have their minds are one and the same with what they're doing on the, obviously you kind of got to take what you can get, but he's doing a great job with what he has on the field.
I would definitely agree. Mike says use Perkins in the game that counts. I don't know. I think we still need to keep him hot, keep him in the game. You know what I'm saying? Still keep him game ready. Don't take him out for too long.
And don't start pulling him either. Don't go back to what it's his team, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Perkins did get hurt late in the season last year.
And he continues to freaking hurdle people.
Yeah. It's scary.
Or try to.
He doesn't skip leg day, I would assume.
No, he does not. I guess I can take that down. Didn't realize that was still
I mean, that's a lot of his mobility, and he'll tell you. I mean, he said it in press conferences that it's all in his legs.
Well, what else do we see? BT Potter missed. I can't remember what his miss was.
It was like 51.
Was it? Because I know he hit the long one and he missed.
Yeah, I think he hit
He hit a
56.
52 is what he hit.
Yeah. Missed a 46.
Mhm.
Brian's in the chat.
There you go.
Brian is our local stats guy for
Yeah.
the Panthers.
Also, friend of the show, Devin Ross, getting his touchdown.
For sure.
I think just perfecting his one of the best celebration dances so far this year. I mean, everybody likes a good leap into the crowd, but that was pretty good. So we had, I can't believe Etling had ended with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean,
he hasn't done that since his senior year at LSU.
That's wild. Samson was a bit of a gimme, but I mean, it's still obviously it's not easy. But I mean, those other two don't.
Did you hear Samson after the touchdown? He
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. That's my first ever interaction with Samson was whenever I was down there as a flag holder for the home opener, and he did the same thing to everybody as he ran by. He was like, "Thank you so much, I appreciate you, thank you." He's just a real cool guy.
Yeah.
They say
he's humble.
They say he's also one of the funnier guys in the locker room too.
He seems like it. I mean, from all the media that they have coming out, he's goofing around. I mean, that one, I think they showed his picture. He had that crazy face with his mustache all out. Game time decision. So, I mean, it came literally right before kickoff. So we didn't find out.
He was starting on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, everything I had seen from the media portal and everything was Perkins, and then all of a sudden Etling was there. It's last time that happened too. We were at the game though, and we got to look at each other.
Game. What is happening right now?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was. I mean, we already talked about it, but it was heart-wrenching at first.
Yeah. A lot of people said that they need to publicly apologize to Danny Etling. And if you need to, he will be on ATU at 6:00 tonight. So go in the comment section and just be like, "Yo, Danny, I'm sorry for doubting you."
Yeah.
You are never. You have earned the nickname Danny Phantom.
Yeah. He did. He did again.
Oh, that's going to be great. I have to watch. I have to be on there tonight.
That's going to be such a sarcastic. Sorry.
He's like, I got to give it to you. I had my doubts, but you proved me wrong. See it going just like that.
So were you at all scared when White ripped off that huge run? Because that's how they, but at the same time, that's how they started last week, and they kind of ended the same. We almost snubbed them again, second half points.
Yeah, I mean, it did start off kind of rocky, and whenever they got that long run, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a game that I was kind of calling it to be a battle, and it looked like it started off that way, and then the second half we just came out and dominated.
Which, I mean, it seems like we are definitely getting things together at the tail end, Yeah,
we're heating up at the right time.
Yeah, well, and like the tail end of games, like even with Etling in. I mean, I know we started hot, but we really shut them down. I guess defensively we heat up in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's more like everybody's more used to their matchups that they've been playing against. You know what I'm saying? They have 30 good minutes of, that first half to know their matchups and really learn their offense or defense that they're playing against. And I think that, and we do a great job of making halftime adjustments. Have you noticed that? Pretty much all season long, if we've came out cold, we definitely come back and start fighting back in the second half all year long.
They galvanize each other, man. It's a strong team. As a whole, not either side of the ball. I think just they're like we talked about in the beginning. They're a lot of guys coming back. Obviously, we've had a lot of roster adjustments, but the heart of the team is all going in the same direction.
Said the broadcaster noticed and pointed out that the ankle was heavily wrapped late in the Arlington game, week 7. I think that was after. I think he got sacked and a couple of people like fell on him, and his foot was underneath somebody, and he went out shortly after that. It was like a 3rd or 4th down.
Okay.
But yes, thanks, Brian.
Agreed.
You have
So again, I think they to kind of touch on Houston's side. I mean, we didn't really cover them at all. I think that I don't know if it was purposely, but they definitely leaned on McClendon to move the ball with his legs. I don't know if they, it's a trend obviously within the whole league, but it's interesting to see how much they did. I mean, how many times did he run the ball? Like, so he had nine rushes for 24 yards. Obviously not super productive, only along with 8, but still to be leaning that way, and it was I thought it was interesting. I didn't think that they would be leaning on him, especially for the run game.
I mean, I've been saying it for a few weeks now, man. Jalen McClendon has really done great for that team and bringing that offense together and getting them. I wouldn't say like firing on all cylinders, but they were heating up for sure. And then they've lost 2 back-to-back now, or they lost to us.
Oh, like to us? Are you talking about, or to
no?
In history,
in the league.
Oh yeah, they lost last week, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant to us. I'm like, oh man.
No, yeah, they were on like a 3-game win streak, and then it was a close one for them last week against Memphis, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, but 1 point, right?
Yep. And then it looked like it was going to be a close for us, but it ended up not being that close of a game.
Overall,
it was Birmingham last week because they came out hot, 25 in the first half, and then Birmingham came back.
The week. So 3.
Yeah.
There you go. Man, they definitely do blend together. It's weird having all these games that I'm at home after so many games watching it in the stadium. It's like that separation, it's like, okay, this game we were here, that game we were here. Like the other games start to blend together.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why Sims was inactive, but I know if he can, he's going to be there for week 10. Right, we face him in week 10. Yeah, because it went the end of the regular season from week 7. It was Houston, Birmingham, Houston,
Birmingham, Houston, Birmingham.
Now it's Birmingham, Houston, Birmingham. So, but ready for the tailgate party? Oh yeah. So we're about to talk about that, I guess. Hint on that.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're interested in doing another one. We'll probably do it in the same spot. We'll have a different menu this time because it'll be more in the afternoon for like lunch. I was thinking like hot dogs and burgers or something like that. Something simple.
Sounds like your biscuits and gravy are really catching on, man. But no, 3 o'clock we can definitely. I think too. Yeah, some summerish food, leaning into the playoffs. Hopefully, the last win at home before we go on the road. I mean, we'll be going to see him in the championship, but
yeah. So on the Panthers Den Facebook page, we're in collaboration with Mike, and we're going to give away a set of tickets to the last game. He has details on the Panthers Den Facebook page. So go check those out.
Absolutely.
Go check it out.
Or anybody, if you win them and you can't take them or anything like that, you can find somebody who can.
Right. I have some more tickets that we're gonna have to give away. So we'll figure something out on how to do that.
I got a few as well. So definitely.
But we really need to get as many people to this last game as possible. We need it for ammunition to take to Ford Field to tell them to prioritize us getting, leaving that weekend open for us to get the conference championship at home if we can.
Well, we can't. I mean, that's a done deal for sure. They already got it like on official things. But I mean, that whole situation is frustrating. Like we've touched on before, I know they're not ideal, but it's not. I think the other places would have been better. I know the league didn't like, Eastern doesn't like their field or doesn't like, Wayne State or anything like that. But it's still frustrating that we don't get that. And I mean, I put out that article. I mean, that's how I feel though, as a fan base, a city-wide fan base or even state. But you take that away after we've been building so much. I know it's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's still frustrating when you're in the zeitgeist of the whole sports realm,
Right. Yeah, there's a few different ways to get discounted tickets. There's a link floating around for Motor City Chevrolet. They're giving away 2 free tickets, and then every ticket after that is like $18.75. Student discounts, that takes tickets down to what, $12, I believe, Jess?
Yep, $12. It's through X Now, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
I found mine on LinkedIn if anybody is looking for them. I haven't seen them anywhere else, but yeah. Student ones, there's all kinds of deals trying to get people to flood in. So I mean, I've been trying to get
Me Plus 3 pack on Ticketmaster. That takes tickets down to like $16 to $18 again. So there's packages and there's deals out there, and if you can't get any of those, get at me, because like we said, we have some tickets to give away.
Yeah,
we're gonna find some kind of fun way to do it on here. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, Desmond, just feel free to message, Mike, Motor City Prowler, Lauren, me, any of us will share this with you for sure.
I think I got that. I think I sent it to you on X.
There you go.
Brian said he's gonna buy some and give them away to some folks there.
That's how I've been doing. A lot of family members or even people at work today, I was giving them to them. So
yeah,
hope to see a lot of people.
15K for week 10. That'd be awesome.
That is the number. That's like a realistic number that I would like to hit personally. I mean, I know we're not part of it, but I'm looping us into the partial numbers. So as a whole, as a community, I think that we can get 15,000, especially when they're giving us the tools like this to fill it out. Obviously, they're not making money on this, not a lot at least. This is about optics and, like you said, proving a point and showing what we can be as a fan base.
Did you see what Jeremiah put on? It was either X or LinkedIn. They have something special lined up for the last game.
I did not see that it came out yet, but I know what you're talking about.
It's not out yet. They were just hinting around that there's something special coming for the last game. So it'd be great to be in attendance.
They might have something special going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, man. Talk to as many people as you can. You know what I'm saying? And with that link, that's what I've been doing. I just texted a bunch of people and was like, hey, here's a link. Like, if you want to go to a game, this is how you get to the game for free.
Exactly.
Get in the door. So you get yourself in the door. $20 for parking.
If I mean, you could walk if you go over by LCA or something. You park that way. I know it's a little bit of a walk, but I mean, it's gonna be nice by that point. It's not freezing cold. So over there, there's all kinds of free parking. There's that.
Am I frozen on your end?
Yeah, you're a little jumpy.
Oh man,
That's all right.
it'll be all right.
But yeah, we'll start putting out the information. I mean, we don't really need it. Just show up at the tailgate. You know where it is. Brush and Madison.
Week 10 is all gravy.
Exactly. This is what I love to see. We're the only one. We've been leading the charge. I mean, there's been a push trying to get fans in, obviously, and they're very focused on viewership. But still, it's nice to see that we are leading the push, especially when we as a market at the beginning of the season, they were kind of rating us very low, and it's all off social media, I believe.
Yeah, but I think that even social media, we've been on an uptick with social media too.
I mean, winning helps everything, man.
Yeah, good positive record does that for you, and an electrifying quarterback. Like,
yeah, the whole team.
When Bryce goes out there, he puts on a show.
Yeah. That Defenders game, that was a very fun game. I mean, I know I have an affinity for them and Tamu, but watching Arlington and them just battle it out, and the fact that it ended up, I don't know, that was a really cool game. I know ours was great for us to watch, but to me, that was definitely the game of the week.
Yeah. Winning helps unless you're the Stallions. So does traditional advertising. I don't think we ever got our billboard.
I never saw one.
Do we get a billboard next year if we win a championship?
Did we get a banner?
Does Ford Field let us hang it up, or do we got to take it down every game?
That was good.
Oh man, this is really starting to irritate me with my video quality. But
you're doing the robot over there, man.
I know I can honestly say that the Panthers team is the best one I've seen. As part of the stats guy goes back to the season ticket member of 1983 and 84.
Like to hear it. So
there's a digital billboard. Okay. I retract my statement. I apologize.
We couldn't get a physical one. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. Well,
I want one that stays just Panthers all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like a trail cam. It's like taking pictures of you every once in a while. All right. Well,
I guess there's interest in a tailgate.
Yep.
So we'll work on a menu for that. Do the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe.
Definitely share that link. If you have it, give it to anybody who needs it for sure.
Yeah, tickets are going fast. I already snagged a few of them myself to give away.
Yeah.
So
all right. I guess.
And if you guys know anybody that needs tickets, send them our way for sure. Also, yep, like Brian said, there is a watch party for all away games. There's a watch party at DraftKings. I probably won't be able to make it.
I think I'm going. I got.
Mike said he can bring a grill. I think it has to be gas. Can't be charcoal in the city. So
we'll figure it out.
Just saying, if you have a gas grill, we'll figure it out.
But I'll probably be at DraftKings. Me and Bree are probably going to show up and hang out. So definitely for this one. And I mean,
I was thinking about going for the playoff game.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have my son that weekend, so it's going to be tough. But I'm going to try to line something up.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll have to set up a group chat with everybody that wants to be a part of the tailgate, and we'll figure out what time we want to meet up and get a menu together and who's bringing what. we'll have to figure that out if it's on X or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, somewhere.
I got that canopy that I never even opened.
Yeah, we still got that too. Might need it this time. It'll be a little bit warmer. We might need the shade instead of blocking it from the wind and rain.
I know that thing would have taken off.
So I was like, just leave it in there.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you got anything else? Any major points from the week in review from week 8?
One more thing that I almost forgot. Breland Speaks is coming back.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So that is huge. Even though we held up with our major hole in our defense gone for the rest of the season, but at the beginning of the season, we thought that he was the major hole that was going to be the Achilles heel. So that is a huge boost, especially coming. So now, Mike, are you in the? Do we sit Breland for the next 2 weeks?
No, we do not. We do not sit Breland for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, I definitely say have him rotational for sure.
No.
I don't think he finds us very funny.
No. Little jab. But yeah, man.
But
like you said, like, comment, subscribe. I mean, we're slowly growing. We've hit a little plateau, but as we kick into the hunt for the number 1 seed in both conferences, let's hope we can gain some more, and I want to kick ass at this last game. Like Brian said, 15,000.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, 15,000. That place will be electrifying, man.
Mm-hmm.
We could do it. That's all. It's all on us. You know what I'm saying? And it's affordable to get people there. We just got to drive that and tell everybody and just get into the games. 15K, baby. Let's do it. But as always, Panther fans, remember.
Let's hunt.
St. Louis.